Hello, welcome to the Surrey Crafter. My name is Heather. I'm a knitter and a crocheter and I live in Surrey with my fiance and my two children. I work part-time as a teaching assistant in a school in London. Today I have a podcast for you. I apologise that it's a day late, but yesterday it was extremely busy. My partner's been doing some work on the house and he was at that all day, which means I didn't have time to film. But on the plus side, we did go and see the new Marvel movie at the cinema last night. Just me and my partner, which was really, really nice. If you're in the UK, it's actually bank holiday weekend, which means a lot of people have Monday off work. That is definitely the case for me and my partner. So I hope everyone is having a lovely bank holiday weekend. I will start off with what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Step by Step cardigan by Florence Miller. We had amazing hot weather last week. There was a heat wave. Friday evening there was a big storm, and ever since then the weather has definitely cooled down, and this morning it is definitely quite chilly. That is why I'm wearing a dress with a big cardigan. I made this with yarn I got at the Creative Craft Show. It's Stylecraft, but I can't exactly remember what it's called. I know the colour is called Silver Nep because it's this grey with all these colourful neps in them, and it is an acrylic and wool mix. That is what I'm wearing today. I'm also wearing my knitted socks because it is quite chilly, but I'm glad it's cooling down and we definitely need that rainstorm. Anyway, today I have one finished objects and I actually have a new cast on to show you, so I will get into that. My one and only finished object is actually the Sunday Sweater Junior by Petite Knit. I knit this for my son and it is now finished. When I went to the Isle of Wight, my mum bought me 3 skeins of King Cole Shadow Chunky in the colour Mercury. It's 100% acrylic yarn and it is really soft. My son does have some sensory issues, so I don't knit for him often, but when I felt this yarn and I saw the colour, I thought that would be perfect for him. And yeah, it is now finished. I'm really happy with it. I've put it on him and he doesn't seem bothered by it at all, and he seemed really comfortable in it. I made it in the size 5 to 6. I had 3 balls of the yarn and I was concerned that I was playing a game of yarn chicken. So when I finished the second sleeve, this is all I had left. Very small amount of yarn. So I'm happy that I didn't run out of yarn because I'm not even sure it's being sold anymore. I do think it's discontinued. But I'm super happy with this and it fits him perfectly and it was really enjoyable to make. It goes really fast because it is done on 7mm needles and chunky yarn. It was also quick to knit because the majority of the sleeve is done on a 40cm circular needle. I don't like doing magic loop at all, but I did have to do it for a few short rows on the end of the sleeves for the cuff. So that was absolutely fine and it went by really quick and I absolutely love it. I will definitely be making this again and I just think it's a really nice, quick and cozy pattern. I've weaved in the ends but I haven't washed it just because it's not for use now, so I'm going to store it away until the winter. I'll get it all out and then I'll wash it ready for them to wear for the winter. So I'm really happy with this. Again, this is the Sunday Sweater Junior by Petite Knit. Now moving on to whips, I will start with my only crochet whip, which is the Crochet Fox from Make Me Raw. I've noticed that this is taking me ages and I'm not sure why, because I really want to get it done. I think I'm just too stuck into my knitting at the moment. Last week I showed you that I had completed the entire body, so this is the fox and its head's tilted upwards. So this is the body and this is the head and the nose, and I need to crochet the other bits to sew on. So the actual main body of the fox is no sew, but the rest of the components you have to make and sew on. So this week I have made the legs. So these are actually the legs that attach to the side of the fox. I was a bit concerned just looking at the shape that it would be really difficult to crochet, but it definitely wasn't. Like I've said before, the pattern book that you get is really, really detailed. It's got a lot of pages and it shows you everything. It also has lots of pictures to show you in detail what to do. So the first one was a tiny bit fiddly, but after that, the second one was absolutely fine. I could do it without looking basically. And let me just show you, I'll place them on the side of the fox and I'll kind of show you how they sit on the fox. So I'll attach them like that. So that's basically how they'll sit on the fox when the fox will sit down. But I am enjoying it. I just don't know why crochet is taking me so long recently when it doesn't usually take me this long. But I guess little bits at a time and we will get there. I actually got this kit from the Creative Craft Show last year from the Make Me Raw stand. And the yarn is Rikarumi, the DK 100% cotton that comes in these little 25-gram balls. Another thing with this is that it is using a 2.5mm needle with DK yarn, and it does hurt my hands. But still, I'm really enjoying it, and I do love how like tight and defined the stitches are. My next whip I've shown a million times because it is a long-standing whip. It is the Northeasterly blanket. This is a blanket entirely made of 4-ply yarn, which is just leftover sock yarn that I have and leftover mini skeins. As you can see, I'm on the 5th kind of row. You just knit it and then you join it as you go, kind of like that. So I think last week I was around here, just starting on this nice orangey peachy colour, and I've since done that and gone on to this blue colour. I have a lot of this blue yarn, but I won't use all of this because I do feel like it will make a humongous kind of section, and I'm not sure I want that. I know this so far, this grey section is my longest section, but I think the blue will be even longer than that just because of how much I have. So I think I might continue maybe until about here, and then I'll change to a different colour. This is the Northeasterly blanket by Skeinonigans. I absolutely love it. It's such a lovely pattern. You really get into the pattern and it's just so mindless. So I've been using this as my travel knitting at the moment. It is getting quite big though. I've made it as long as my double bed. I don't want it to be as wide as my double bed, so I can obviously have it for my double bed. And yeah, I am absolutely loving it. The yarn is mostly just basic sock yarn, being 25% nylon and 75% wool. I'm really happy with this, and it's going to take ages, but I'm still enjoying it regardless. I am slowly running out of yarn to go in this, but who's to say I can't just buy minis to put in my blanket. My last whip is actually a new cast on, so I vlogged about this on Thursday. I cast on the Easy Goes It shawl by Finicky Creations. It is a free pattern on Ravelry and it is a 4-ply shawl. It does come in a DK version too. The yarn is from the Copper Kettle Fibre and Floss and it is the May Aesthetic Club. This is a new to me yarn dyer and I'm absolutely in love with her stuff. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Tracy is an absolutely lovely lady and we've been chatting. I actually saw her picture of this shawl and that's what inspired me to make it. I've never made a shawl before, but I'm definitely enjoying this process. This shawl, it starts off with a very small number of stitches and then it increases until a larger number of stitches. As you can see, it's got these garter rows and then that's broken up by this kind of broken stocking stitch and this kind of lacy stitch, and then I believe this and this repeats itself one more time and then it will be finished. But I'm absolutely loving it. I love the colours and it is so beautiful and soft and I'm really enjoying this project. It's very drapey because I'm using 4mm needles for fingering weight yarn, and I think it'll just be a nice thing to wear in the autumn, early winter before it gets too cold. So yes, that is all I have for you today. I hope everyone has a fantastic week and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.